Okay, currently this is a safety commit or safety department, and it is January 14th, 2025. And present with me or with us is the commissioners is Jesse Howard. And Jesse, if you'd start us off, please.
Sure. Today I brought the OSHA 300A for the county commissioner representative for the safety committee to sign. Got that signed, and then I brought last year's to kind of look at and compare. The thing that was interesting was the average number of employees versus hours worked. Just thought it was interesting. And then I brought the 300A, or sorry, the OSHA 300 to show you what we did this year.
Thank you.
We had we had 6 claims. One we took off because it was not a work issue. It happened at work, but it was a non-work
Related.
health issue, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we took that one off. We have 5 claims this year that qualified for the 300. 4 of them were from the sheriff's office, and of the 4, 2 of them were training related. My understanding, it was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu training where soft tissue was involved. All those of the 5, all those could be prevented except one, and that was in the jail when the detention officer was trying to break up a fight and got injured in that. You know, that I can't see as preventable. That's just part of the nature of the job, right?
Yeah.
But the stairs incident, the training, and then the knee incident. Interesting thing with the knee was it happened in June, and they turned it in either December or January this, and so it probably won't get covered by workman's comp. And the same with the training injuries, they probably will not get it probably will not get covered by workman's comp. So you might want to look at, and this is according to Dan Johnson, if we're going to put our deputies in those kind of trainings, we might want to see if they get injured, you know, is it coverable by workman's comp, you know, just so we take care of our folks. I understand the need for the training, I do, but you know, if they're not covered, then probably may not be worth.
Why wouldn't the training be covered?
I don't know.
Because of the type or because of?
It might have been just because we're putting them in harm's way kind of thing.
Okay.
But that's not
Intentionally.
yeah, that's not my call. That's a state fund call. So something we might want to look at there.
Can you refresh my memory? What is it? You got 30 days in which to file a workman's comp, right?
Correct.
The injury. Okay.
And it's good, and we want to stress that even if you stub your toe, fill out a first report. That way it's documented, and if you have something down the line, then it's like, okay, yes, this did happen, you know, 60 days ago, but we filed a first report, and now it's become a bigger issue, so we need to take care of it. Whereas if there was no first report done, say in like June, and then all of a sudden you got a knee injury that you want to report in December, they're not gonna do that. So yeah, we've added some more trainings to our PowerPoints, sleep related. We added a few more things, hygiene as well, and so there's more options for training folks. We're going to want to get department heads together because every department now is going to be required by the Department of Labor and Industry to have their own OSHA 300. I'll still have the master, but every department will have their own. And they're supposed to fill it out. It's fairly simple. You just need initials, job title, injury that was incurred, and then if they had any modified work days or day time off kind of thing. It's fairly simple to fill out. The Department of Labor and Industry is going to want every department to have that. I've put it off for the past couple of years and they've been okay with it. But now since COVID's done, they're probably gonna push it a little harder, so.
So then those go to you and you do a master sheet or?
Yeah, at the end of the year, I'll compile it all and do a master sheet, and then this is the end result, the 300A, which you signed, Craig.
Mhm.
And this we'll post in every department as required by law, so.
Then you're saying that they want to know time off?
Yeah, so the things that they're looking for modified work days. Well, obviously, they're looking for deaths, losses of fingers and arms and stuff like that. That's immediate report, but they're looking for time off and anything over 72 hours. So say you injured yourself on Monday and you come back or you're out till Thursday, they're gonna want to know about that on the sheets. That affects your EMOD factor.
Only if they're missing work though, not.
Only if they're missing work. Modified, I don't know the rule on modified. I'll have to ask Dan on that one. But I don't think that affects our EMOD factor. Because we're bringing them back to work, right? They're not on workers' comp coverage at that point, so I don't think that affects anything. Just the time off work.
We've been doing super good.
Yeah,
Our normal department, solid waste and road have been, I
Mhm.
don't know how many years without an accident. knock on
4.
wood, 4 years, with
Yeah.
just amazing.
Our-
Before you guys came, I mean, we were having accidents, seemed like every month we had something going on and
Yeah.
our mod factor was,
The first year I had this, when I inherited it from the previous safety officer, we had 13. And one was out for almost 26 days, another one was out for 80. They're major incidents, falling off ladders, getting life flighted out. Tripping over cords and having orthopedic injuries that resulted in 80 some days out. So, our folks are doing a better job. We just need, the department heads just need to be better at reporting injuries to myself. I had to go back to Kelly earlier, last week and make sure that my list was what she had. And I was missing a couple, so we just need to make sure that they're reporting a little more timely.
we need to hammer on them at safety meetings too. I go to the solid waste and the road meeting. I don't know if you guys go to any department meetings. I know the regular safety one covers most of them.
Well, what are
Most of the departments,
what are you talking about?
well, the road has a separate kind of a safety meeting,
Yep.
get together meeting, and so does the solid waste.
Right.
Go to those, right, but the rest of the departments around the county, do they
So health,
participate in your safety meeting?
Yeah.
the health department does participate in a monthly safety meeting
Okay,
that I put on for them. No one else has taken me up on the offer, so
Okay.
it's always available to the departments. If I don't know the subject or if they want something done that I don't know, I'll bring in a subject matter expert, whether it's ergonomics. I don't know a whole lot about ergonomics, but I can bring in someone that does.
do you have a quarterly safety meeting though that
Well, yeah, I do have a safety committee and it's pretty well
attended?
attended.
by
Yeah,
Most of the other departments,
everyone, every department has a representative.
okay,
So there isn't a department that isn't. It used to be a meeting of 2 or 3, but now every department's represented. They find value in it. David Seitz, commented that it was probably one of the best safety meetings in the state that he's been at. And we were nominated for the governor's award for safety, so.
nice.
we're doing good things. And it's taken a while to get here. Now we just need to keep up the enthusiasm.
Was Commissioner Mullen on that?
He was, yep.
Okay, so we haven't quite got
I marked it down.
did you? Okay, Craig will probably take over.
Okay.
Commissioner Mullen's spot on that, so.
I'll get you a date. And yeah, if you can make it, great. We make a virtual option available too, if you can't make it over the hill or whatever.
Good.
So, yeah. Make
Is
it
it
great.
once a month,
Once a quarter.
once a quarter?
Yeah.
Yep, just let me know when.
Yeah.
Email's the same. Phone number's the same if you had that. If not, I'll give it.
Oh,
to you.
your email hasn't changed? Okay, all right.
Any of the departments that you see a need for safety, maybe a once a month or once a quarter thing, and they're not wanting to do it, let us know so we can. Cause I think safety's top of mind, even just tripping over the cord in the office, you know, stuff like that. I know you come through once in a while, but if there needs to be some training or anything that we need to kind of say, yeah, you need to do it. Instead of brushing it off, let us know, 'cause
Yeah, it's nice having the support of the commission on that stuff. We have yearly inspections that we perform. And then on top of that, Department of Labor and Industry comes in, hammers some stuff. And then we have the fire marshal as well that comes in. We're now a favorite of the fire marshal, so.
we're close. Close to Helena, so we get all those guys.
Yeah, I think he comes out of he might
Great
come out of
Falls?
Great Falls,
Oh, maybe.
so, but yeah,
Well,
he hadn't visited in like 20+ years, and then all of a sudden, it's like
Like every
year.
month, yeah. Cause I think the old marshal retired, so the new one's been a lot more active.
But yeah.
Cause when I had the store over here, I never saw one ever. And
Right.
I was there 25 years, right? And as soon as whoever retired, there he is at my
There he
doorstep.
Energetic and enthusiastic.
Yeah, ready to write you up.
Yeah.
No, they're real good about it though.
Yeah, they do the holistic part, you know, if you work with us, hey, we'll work with you
Yep.
kind of thing, so.
Yep. They're real good.
So I understand this, you guys talking, because it's new to me too. Now, is that, we're talking just county employees that in reference to, yeah, work comp, or would that be people that are like on committees or anything else that are actually attending on behalf of whatever representation they're in?
That's just county employees,
Okay.
yeah. There was a question whether we should put some search and rescue folks
That was
on there.
my next question.
And I didn't
Pay
get an
work
answer.
comp on them.
What's
Yeah,
that?
If
We
they're,
pay work comp on them.
if they're called out or training, I'm sure.
Well,
we can-
then I think if they pay work comp on them, then we probably need to put them on there. Yeah. Yep. Anybody that's on our insurance, I guess.
Yeah, every quarter we pay work comp for volunteers.
Does that count fire departments?
No,
No.
search and rescue
Reserve
and
program,
the sheriff's reserves and then like library volunteers.
We put a reserve, well, we took him off because he didn't want to go through the bloodborne pathogens thing, but we had a reserve deputy last year that had a bloodborne pathogens possible incident. It was evaluated by public health saying, probably not an incident, so we're probably pretty good, so we removed him off the 300, but if he continued with medical treatment, then we probably would have put him on there. That one would have been a non-preventable thing, because it happened at Country Dam and spat blood in his face and all that good stuff. But yeah, we'll put them on there if you get a work comp claim for search and rescue, we'll put them on there.
I think Jill Oy had something. She's with Elkhorn Search and Rescue. I think there was something, and it could have been a year ago, I don't know.
It was probably, it was last year, because they did have a claim last year. I put them on there, yeah. Not 2024, but 2023.
That's the only time I've heard of anything from Search and Rescue,
Okay.
but we do pay insurance on them.
Now, does Kelly get that claim? Or is that you? Who gets that claim? I just want to know who to go to for that.
If it comes to me, I just send it to Kelly
No,
and
okay.
you.
Okay. Okay,
Sometimes I don't even hear about it until I get an email from the insurance company.
we're working on the website. Where all our trainings will be, all the paperwork will be available to you guys, to everybody, actually. And the bloodborne pathogens control, exposure control plan, the safety manual will be there as well. And it just has a bunch of just safety stuff, the 300 on there, and a lot of good stuff, training. Just trying to figure out how to put PowerPoints on there. So that they're self-paced and all of that good stuff. So the website folks are trying to figure that out. Has a bunch of safety notes on specific equipment like lawnmowers and weed eaters and heavy equipment, stuff like that. It'll have the new employee orientation so that I don't have to teach one person. They can sit at their they can sit at their own like desk and go through it and have their supervisors sign off on it, all that good stuff. I don't mind doing it if there's, more than two. But I've had quite a few over the years where it's been like 7 or 8. But then there's probably more where it's been 1 or 2, I feel that would probably just be better served as a self-paced kind of thing at their own station and employ and their supervisors signing off on it. I guess any questions?
I'm good.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah.
Anything on the radon?
Oh, yeah, some radon stuff. I talked with Megan, before the last LEPC. And, there isn't a whole lot of uptick in interest. However, our buildings all have it. My personal experience with radon is if you have a basement, you have radon, especially in this area and in Helena. I mean, this whole area's got decomposed uranium deposits all over the
I
place.
had it in a house that I sold and I had to do it.
Yep. The mitigation is fairly simple, as Craig could probably attest to. I create a void underneath your floor, your basement floor, and then they stick a pipe, and it could be what they call an active unit. And there's a fan internally and it sucks all that out and blows it out into the atmosphere. My personal experience with it, it's been about $1,500. I've had to do it with every home I bought in Helena Valley, and so I can imagine every home here has it. And I would encourage that Megan has offered to lend these out to the employees. So if they got a home that they own or rent, and they want to test for radon, we kind of need to hammer that home. It's like, hey, radon is the leading cause of lung cancer in non-smokers. They're attributing it to radon exposure. So if they have radon at home, we're giving them an opportunity to test for it, and they might have to mitigate it. I don't know where the increased interest in it first originated. I can only imagine maybe it was a previous employee that had maybe a health issue, and that's kind of what they suspected. But I mean, if you live in Boulder, Basin, Helena, and you probably have radon in your home. And so I would recommend that people take advantage of that, take care of their home stuff first. We'll take care of the stuff at work.
This probably has it built in. changes.
This is new enough building, it probably does.
It has it built in, sure.
The venting.
There's a pipe somewhere where you can vent it.
Yeah,
I would bet.
I would almost. I don't know if I bet on it, but
It doesn't have a
obviously-
basement, so it's
Yeah, I mean, I built my house in '04 and it was just
part
part
of
of
the
it.
construction. you
part of
know.
the construction.
Yeah, if you've got a basement, but it's probably true anymore. This being just a slab, I don't know how, did they test in here?
I don't know. I can get hold of Megan, see what buildings they've tested and what they don't, but it sounds like from what Megan said, LEPC that they've tested them all and them all got a rate on, so. Concrete tends to be pretty porous and it'll look, it doesn't stop radon seeping
Right.
through, so. Yeah.
Good enough.
So after that email came out, you didn't have too much inquisitiveness of people wanting to know what that was all about then, right? Is what you're saying?
And there's no interest,
Oh, darn.
no interest,
Everybody
which,
used the
surpri-
radon.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, there's the health mines and stuff like that around, they probably just assumed that it was there. That's just something that everybody grew up with.
Some
Also-
people pay to do it.
Also, people might be scared to find it.
They don't wanna know.
Yeah, if they don't
Yeah.
know, then they can say, well, I don't know. That's $1,500 I have to spend to mitigate it, But yeah, I would recommend testing homes if they haven't had it tested before. I've looked all over for past testing. Someone said Carolyn Henry had tested before, and I can't find any documentation to support that. Be kind of surprised if she did, though. I mean, she was pretty on top of that as far as that goes.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, if she would have tested and there was a problem, I think they would have done something about it.
I would think so too, yeah.
I don't think she would have just went, oh, yeah, there's a problem, let's move on to the next
Move
thing.
along.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like her.
No. No, she marked me for not having a strap on a shelf, an earthquake strap. I was like, I just bought it last week. You know? But that's all I got. Any other questions?
For me.
Thank you for doing what you're doing.
Yep.
Being on top of it.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks.
Thanks.